The newest companies, the other thing is the flow of supply coming in, whether it's Nike, whether it's going to be, we saw what happened in Paytm. There was a large block. Of course, the details will be out post-market status, so that's something to track. But that's a pain point. While the earnings have improved, but there is a constant supply of paper coming in from the larger FIIs, and that's putting some bit of pressure on those new age companies, so to speak. The other big thing that we're tracking is, will the FIIs warm up to the Indian summer? That's the big question that I'm asking a lot of investors who've come down to India for the India conferences. This week there were 4 large conferences: Citi, IF, Edelweiss, which is now Nuvama. They had a conference. JM Finance had a BFSI conference, and Axis had a tech conference. The tech conference was very interesting. Just 20 companies, but unlisted, listed, both were participating. So the big, the big taking point or the big takeaway for me was one. In fact, I was fortunate today to speak to Bill Kennedy. He's the largest, one of the large FI investor into India. Been investing for more than 30 years. And, is like managing more than $10 billion globally as well. His big 2 bets for the last 25 years, HDFC and HDFC Bank. He's been holding for 25 years now. That's the kind of wealth he's created in those 2 stocks. And his big takeaway was, he's seeing a lot of opportunities in India, and he believes this could be India's decade. That's a big statement coming in from someone like Bill Kennedy, who's been watching India for so long. I spoke to a lot of companies as well as, FIIs who participate in the conference. There are 4 or 5 big themes. One, what about the rural recovery? Is that going to be, that's going to be key for a lot of stocks, right? So that is something which was well debated. The other was the public capex picking up. That's going to be very critical ahead of the full election next year. So that's going to be very important. The China, of course, the China plus one opportunities which is coming for a lot of these companies in India, and the digitalization theme which you spoke about as well. So these were the 4 big themes which were talked about. I think, a lot of global investors are looking out for bottom-up opportunities in India now. Though India outperformed whole of last year, again, the big change for attitude for India is the fact that India was always considered as a beta market. I think that's for the first time after a big outperformance last year, that image has changed for India. Now investors are looking at whether India can be an alpha market. Irrespective of what happens in global markets, can India continue to outperform? So that's been a big change in the attitude as well from the larger FIs. So that was a big talking point as well that I picked up from the investors who came to India for the first time. And of course, we all hear what Bill Kennedy has to say, but the big talking point, big key takeaway from him was, will this be in India's decade? And he believes this could be India's big decade.
I think, and Bill ke muh mein wo ghee shakar. We keep our SIPs going and participate in this big rally. It's going to be